Kalevi B here, the Defiant Spirit and the Defy Your Number Enneagram system. I want to share with you a little bit about what's going on this week over at the Defiant Spirit, where we explore all things Enneagram and Viktor Frankl, um, my mentor and teacher. I'm a logotherapist, and logos is meaning. So we find meaning at the center of our lives and we live it. And the Enneagram is a great way to live out the meaning in your life, purpose in your life. And one of the ways we do that is by realizing that we are all reactive. We are all unconscious. We are all on autopilot. It's not our fault. We live in a world where we need to go in, we naturally go into being unconscious, onto autopilot and reacting, but we don't have to stay there. We can take back our power. This is the work of Frankl, to take back our power to choose our response. But you got to know what you're choosing. You got to know how to do it. And so what we do over at the Defiant Spirit is we explore how to take back your power and choose your response, whatever you're facing, whatever you're enduring. And the Enneagram is a roadmap, my roadmap for how to both live it and teach others how to choose your response. Well, this week we're exploring the Enneagram 9, and you probably know a 9. Nines are everywhere. They're my daughter's a 9, my sister's a 9. I would say 20-30% of my clients are 9s that I coach and counsel. 9s are the peacemaker. 9s, the top of the Enneagram. They are, I think, a little more enlightened, peaceful than the rest of us. They vibrate at a higher sort of a resonance. They have a harder time, though, in this world where it is so complex, it's so challenging, can be overwhelming. They're one of the most likely types to go onto autopilot, to go unconscious, to check out, especially around conflict. So every Enneagram type has a superpower, and the superpower of a 9 is certainly harmony and peace and love and kumbaya. The kryptonite, if you will, of the 9 is conflict. And that's one way you can know you're a 9. Like, nobody loves conflict. Nobody even likes conflict. I'm an 8. I'm a challenger. We don't even like conflict. I'll just do it. For me, I'll go through it rather than go around it. Now, oftentimes I got to learn from a 9 and go around it, but 9's got to learn from the 8 and other types, go through it, because there comes a time in everybody's life, but especially a 9, when they've got to stop avoiding, avoid dance, a dance around the void. And they just got to stop dancing around the void, around the conflict. And the only way to do it is to go through it. Half my work with Enneagram 9s is to get them to take back their power, to realize they are capable. They are powerful. Now, they're never loud. I don't even care if you're a president. Even the presidents that were 9s are kind of a quieter version of a president. Obama, Clinton, even Reagan. I mean, even when Reagan was like at his loudest, it was still a subdued, harnessed quality. So if you look at Enneagram 9s, there's always a controlledness to their energy, but there is also an expansion that happens when they take back their power, when they own their voice, as I call it, when they use their voice and they speak out and they say no. They say, this is a problem. They say, right, I'm taking this head on. I'm taking you head on. It is so not easy for a 9 to do that. And I think it's an act of courage for a 9 to make their stand in life. But that's true peace. Otherwise, it's not real. The work I do around with 9s around peace is a lasting, true peace, genuine peace, when you're being honest, not when you've circumvented the problem, not when you have placated somebody at the expense of your own needs. You giving up your needs so that there's harmony in the relationship, I got to tell you, that's not harmony. That just means you're carrying the strife. You're carrying the anguish. You're carrying the conflict, and not them. But you owe it to yourself to have true inner peace and lasting peace. And that can only ever come when you are honest about your needs, about expressing them, even and especially when it makes other people uncomfortable. Now, you'll never be loud and obnoxious like an 8, like a 7. It's not in your makeup. I say to my daughter Shoshana all the time, speak loudly, and she'll speak loud. I'm like, louder. She'll never turn it up to meet my 8 loud factor, and I probably never turn it down enough to meet her 9 sort of needs, but we challenge each other in that way. And I'm here to challenge nines to turn up the volume, to turn up the intensity. We want to feel your presence. You can feel when a nine has checked out. It's called the Shaolin exit. They'll be there, poof, they're gone because conflict has arisen. And it's almost like there's nobody home. They're there, they're just checked out, right? They've just gone to their happy place. They've just gone to their quiet place. And you want to like reach into their soul and pull them back into the conversation. We respect you, nines, when you get a little piss and vinegar, when you get a little feisty, when you fire back. When the nines in my life start firing back, not always, I try to make room for them to be pissed, to express it, to give them a different type of a respect and for the space that they need to get it out. I don't like this term safe space. I actually hate the term safe space because I think that's a cop out. I was told Brene Brown likes the term brave space. I like that one better because a safe space for a nine might be no conflict. That's safe, but you're not here to be safe. Who the hell wants to be safe? I want to be brave. And for a nine, brave is to speak up, to speak out, to speak truth, to speak it loud, to speak it proud, and to speak. So that's what we're exploring over at the Defiant Spirit. If you want to learn more about the Peacemaker or about how that translates into money, wealth, and finance, I do that podcast with my good friend and partner, Michael Feiner Wealth. And so we do the wealth version of that same conversation. And that translates as the moderate investor. So if you want to learn more about what it means to be a moderate investor, or you want to learn more about the Peacemaker, or you want to learn about all nine types, jump over defiantspirit.org / podcast, and you'll get all of that and more. And if you haven't gotten it already, check out my complimentary ebook I created. If you don't know what the Enneagram is, even if you do, it is, I believe, a great little ebook that will give you all nine types in a fun, engaging way. It's called 9 Enneagram Types Walk Into a Bar. Jump over to my website, go to the bottom of the Defy Your Number page, and you will see a place to just put in your info. You'll get an ebook. It'll tell you all you want and need to know about the Enneagram system and all nine types. Until next time, defy your number and live your spirit.